Hey y'all, today I'm going to walk you through how I made that cool inky transition. And I'm going to show you that transition, not this transition. It's the same transition, right? It's the same footage, but it does have a completely different feel, doesn't it? And if you're new here, then welcome. My name is Adrienne and I make tutorials on video editing. And now, let's get into it. As you can see, I have Premiere Pro open, and if you look up here in the project panel, I have my B-roll footage open. I'll double click on this and you can see that this is the B-roll of this beautiful forest. I have also preloaded the motion graphic of that inky transition into Premiere. If you come over here to the graphics templates panel, you can see that it's loaded right here for me. I am going to start by putting that motion graphics template down on my timeline. If I come down to the timeline, I want to move the playhead 1 minute out. And that's where I'm going to put my motion graphic. And I'm going to put it on video track number 3. And I'm going to keep existing settings. I want to put it 1 second out because I want the chance to be able to see and really take in the black and white of this footage before we get into the fun transition into the brightly colored and saturated version of the footage. So next I am going to take that B-roll. Again, I'm going to double click it. It's here in the source monitor. I'm just going to take the video only and I'm going to drag it down onto video track number 2. And you can see I bring it all the way forward to the start of the timeline. I'm going to go over to my toolbar and get the razor tool, come to the end of the ink transition and make a cut. Go back over to the toolbar and hit the selection tool and then come out here and I'm going to delete the rest of this footage over here. I am going to make this footage black and white because our sequence starts black and white and then transforms into the vivid color. So let's go up to effects and search for black and white. Here it is under image control. And we can drop it on that footage and you can see it is immediately black and white. Next, I'm going to go back to the project panel. I'm going to double click on that footage again because I only want the video. And I'm going to take that, I'm going to drag it down onto the first video track. And again, I'm going to pull it all the way forward to the start of the timeline. But then I'm going to go get that razor tool again from the toolbar, come to the beginning of the motion graphics template, make a cut, go get my selection tool, come back, and I'm going to delete the beginning of that clip. And then I am going to go here to the end. The end of the motion graphics template is at 2 seconds, 21 frames. I'm just going to bump that out 1 minute. So I'm going to make it 3 seconds, 21 frames. That'll move my playhead. And then I'm just going to get the razor tool and trim the end of this footage so that our sequence doesn't go on for too long. So then comes the trick of the transition. I'm actually going to move the playhead here so that we can watch what happens. I want you to come up to the effects panel and I want you to search for track matte key. There it is. And we're going to drop it on the black and white video on track number 2. Let's go over to effect controls and you'll see the black and white effect here. And then you'll see track matte key here. So the first option is matte. We want to identify the matte as the motion graphics template that is on track number 3. So that's what this is, video 3. So let's click that. And then composite using Matte Luma. And then we want to reverse it, because you can see right now the background is the color and over the transition ink is the black and white. But we want that in reverse. We want to start with black and white footage and transition into the colorful footage. So now let's watch it and see what we did. I think that's a pretty cool transition, and one of the main reasons why is because it's high impact for how easy it is. It doesn't take an advanced editor to know how to put that together. You just have to know the trick for that one effect that we used, the track matte key. The other thing that I want to point out that I think maybe a lot of people don't realize is that transitions aren't what make your footage look cinematic. They're cool, they're fun, but all they do is really reveal what's already there, right? The inky transition just revealed the footage that you have to the footage that you have. I want to show you the two different versions of this transition that you saw at the beginning of this tutorial. So this one here, it's impactful, sure, but I want to point out that the black and white, the contrast here is very low. The brights aren't too bright and the shadows are really not very deep. And then the same here. This has not been color corrected properly. It's pretty cool for how yellow and orange the foliage is. Now, if we go to this second version of the same transition, that impact is so much higher. If you look at this black and white clip, the dynamic range is much greater. The brights are very bright, but also the shadows are nice and deep. They're not so deep that you've lost detail in the shadows. You can still see the texture of the bark on these trees, but it's much deeper, contrasted to this version of the clip, which is much higher impact. It's much more vibrant, and it's also a lot warmer, which gives nice contrast to a cool black and white version of the same image that you can see here. You can see them next to each other here. So let's say you're working on a project. Maybe it's yours, maybe it's footage that has come from someone else and you're just the editor. And you've color corrected it, looks good, it looks professional. And so you want to add a little bit of flair and you put on this fun inky transition that we've worked on today. This is the place where a lot of editors will get stuck. And they get stuck because the sequence winds up not looking really intentional. It doesn't look really committed, like you've really committed to it. And that there isn't anything broken. You have good footage and you have what I think is a pretty cool transition. The issue, like I just showed you, is the color grading. Now, I'm planning on building a color grading course next that really breaks this concept down step by step. And it'll walk you through how to do really intentional color and a really intentional and committed look that doesn't rely on guessing and it does not rely on LUTs. And if you'd like to know when that course is ready, I'll leave a link in the description box below. And that's it from me. I always have a lot of fun showing these kinds of easy tricks inside of editing software, the tricks that are high impact, but really easy to construct when you're sitting down to edit. And remember, transitions don't create style, they expose it.